Today, we're checking out 93 things in Minecraft you didn't know existed.
It's impossible to ride baby animals? Psych! When baby pigs were first added to Minecraft, you could saddle them up and ride on top.
That is
Move
not
quicker.
right.
Okay,
You should not be able to do that.
Villagers love to kill villagers, but they actually have a wholesome side. Villagers will avoid killing the babies.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, Minecraft is owned by, Mojang and Microsoft, so it makes sense that they probably shouldn't kill babies. That would be kind of sad and scary.
You're safe today. Oh, I'm sorry. You can use diamonds as fuel. If you just try to put diamonds in themselves, it won't work. However, jukeboxes actually cost 1 diamond to craft, and those can actually be used as a fuel. That is such a waste, though.
Yeah,
what would
you
a
should never
shulker
do
look
that.
like without its shell? Just throw a potion of invisibility to see. Okay, I see why you hide your face now. Save your old bows. If your bows are running low on durability, don't throw them out. Instead, use them to craft dispensers, because you can use any durability bow for them. There are 2 crops that can grow in the dark. Normally, shutting the lights off won't let crops grow.
Okay, wait a second. Wait, actually, if you turn out the lights, all the crops will disappear? I didn't know that.
However, both sugarcane and mushroom can grow in pitch black. You may know that dispensers can place pumpkins to spawn golems or even skulls to spawn withers, but they could place another secret block. Up to version 1.8.5, dispensers could place command blocks.
Really?
While most fish are pretty boring, salmon have a superpower. When near a waterfall, salmon can swim up to 5 blocks of water.
That is sweet. That's kind of like real life when salmon swim upstream, and they can even jump out of water, and that's why you see a bunch of grizzly bears trying to capture them.
They're better swimmers than me. Minecraft's recipe book has a secret Easter egg. If you search Excited ZE in the recipe book, it changes the game's language to pirate language. How do I change this?
I didn't know about that.
Note blocks can play different instruments. To do so, just change the block underneath it. Wood creates a string bass, sand creates
I feel like everybody knew
creates
this.
clicks, and clay creates flute sounds.
Comment
These
down
are
below if you
all
didn't know
the different
that.
options. If a charged creeper is given invisibility, the blue aura can still be seen. So if you stack a bunch of them on top of each other, you'll get this beautiful beam of light. You may know about the snowy grass block, but did you know it has a secret twin? If you place snow on top of mycelium, it ends up looking just like snowy grass. And you can even see beneath it by using a debug stick. Most people don't know this, but rabbits can actually eat crops. I don't mean handing the rabbit over some carrots, but if you leave your crops out in the open, rabbits can just walk over to it and munch it down. Foxes can also do this with berry bushes. This is the most broken seed in all of Minecraft. It causes everything to repeat forever. The trees and islands, glaciers, ravines, it happens on Java 1.15.1 on this sea. How many striders can stack on top of each other? When striders were first added in the 1.16 snapshot, there was no limit to how many striders could spawn stacked. This made it so you could find even quintuplet striders. When you put a lead on the bottom one and got on the very top one, it'd cause you to start flying upwards. Unfortunately, this is no longer possible because striders can now only spawn in stacks of 2. Vertical slabs are in Minecraft. By placing redstone blocks on either side of a stone wall and TNT on those blocks, the wall will stretch to look like a vertical slab. Although not too practical, it's still pretty cool. Don't go near igloos. Well, at least with the bad omen effect, because some igloos can be detected as villages. This can happen if you cure the zombie villagers beneath the igloo. I don't have any items. If you look at the bottom of a shulker shell, you'll see a unique spiraling pattern. But what's stranger is that a similar spiraling pattern is found on the bottom of ancient debris. Maybe that's why the shulker shell is so dumb. Most items crafted with wood use the oak texture, but not all of them. Item frames and fletching tables both use birch, while cartography tables and grindstones use dark oak. Then there are barrels, which just use spruce. When you kill a strider, it for some reason drops string, but there's actually...
Okay, well, that kind of makes sense. When you look at a strider, it has like the string-like hairs around it, so, I mean, it really doesn't make that much sense why you wouldn't understand it. Like, it's like saying if you had a zombie and it didn't drop rotten flesh. You would be really surprised by that, but a strider, of course it's going to drop string. It's like the hairs that are around the strider.
A really good reason for this. They drop string to explain how piglings crafted their crossbows. In Bedrock Edition, there are unused texture files named Hoglin Meat Raw and Hoglin Meat Cooked. They're textured identically to raw and cooked beef. Maybe they were originally supposed to drop a new type of meat. Wandering traders always drink invisibility potions at night, but if you kill it mid-drink, there is an 8.5% chance that the potion will drop
I didn't know about that. The first time I saw a wandering villager, I actually thought that my game was bugged, and I didn't realize that it just drank invisibility at night, but I didn't realize you could actually yoink it and steal it. That's
Give me
so
that.
cool.
Did you know it's impossible to breed polar bears? It's one of the few animals that can't be bred, so you can only find cubs naturally in the world. You also can't breed dolphins, which is quite a shame, because I would love a dolphin army. Dolphins are unique among sea creatures because they can drown. Dolphins can't stay underwater for more than 4 minutes, or they'll take damage. And they can't stay outside of water more than 2 minutes.
That makes sense. Yeah, they need to breathe
Make up
oxygen.
your mind already. You can actually send redstone signals through leaves. When wood gets attached to leaves, it actually updates the data. This is especially useful for sending signals upwards. This can also be done with walls because pushing a block to the side will update all the walls beneath instantly. Stairs are able to shape-shift to create smooth corners, but it can also be used for wall staircases that perfectly blend right back into the wall. If you're trying to make a cobblestone generator and keep messing up, just use a mangrove root. When you put water in roots, it acts like a container. This way, you can easily create a cobblestone generator.
See, I never played Skyblock in this version of Minecraft, so if you are playing Skyblock, just do that. It makes it so much easier.
Minecraft used to generate 2-block-tall obsidian walls around spawn. The walls would intersect at the center of the world, and were added for experimental purposes before coordinates were added. This is the most valuable Minecraft account. The account deadmau5 has 3D year models coming out of the skin. It is completely unique and was a gift from the creator of Minecraft.
Really?
Something pretty satisfying is that a button perfectly fits on a dropper's mouth.
All right, I'm never gonna be able to unsee that.
Ghast fireballs deal the most damage in the game. When you hit a fireball back at the ghast, it'll deal 500 hearts of damage to it. This is
500 hearts of damage? Wait, what?
because Mojang wanted the ghast to instantly die if the player successfully rebounded the fireball. There is one place the trap chests can generate naturally in Minecraft. You may think they are found in desert pyramids or even jungle temples, but that's not it. The only time trap chests generate naturally is in the vacant portal room in Woodland Mansions.
Yes, I did know that. I've seen that
Rotten
before.
flesh is almost completely useless because it gives you poison when you eat it up. But if you feed it to your dogs, they'll be perfectly fine and heal up. Beacons
That's like the oldest Minecraft trick in the book. Just save your rotten flesh for your puppies.
work if they have blocks in the way. So it shouldn't work in the nether, right? Not exactly. Because Mojang wanted it to work in this fiery dimension. So the beacon beams can actually shoot through bedrock. You probably know that placing sand on top of TNT makes it explode underwater. But something lesser known is that other falling blocks work as well, like the dragon egg. Weighted pressure plates can be held down by item frames. If you place an item frame and then a pressure plate, nothing will happen
Okay, that is just so glitched out. That like literally, how did they not remove that from the game yet?
first. But if you walk over it, the pressure plate will stay down.
It looks
Piglings
so
hate
bad.
when you steal from them. If you mine gold or even just open a chest, they'll come swinging at you. But something strange is that they'll even attack you if you even just open an ender chest. Hey, these are
that
mine.
did happen to me
If you
before.
rename a chest in an anvil, something really cool happens. The inventory inside will be labeled. You can also rename a command block with an anvil, and it'll output from the respective name. When you sign a book, your username will be attached to it, but by using commands, you can set the author to anyone you want. It even works with Notch. One of the least known Minecraft versions is the Pi Edition. It was made to run on small computers like the Raspberry Pi.
I do remember
but it had
this
a special
edition.
feature. Quartz blocks were added to this version before they were officially added to Java.
Yeah, there's so many different versions of Minecraft. I remember that the Pi version was an interesting one. Obviously, I played on Java, but Bedrock Edition used to be so much different than it is now.
Fire burns wood, but not this one. Note blocks are made out of wood and redstone, and it can catch on fire from lava, but never burn away. Have you ever wondered how spiders climb walls? It turns out that in the game code, spiders treat all walls like they have ladders on them. This makes a lot of sense. Everyone knows fire burns forever on netherrack, but there are 4 other blocks this happens on. The first 2 you probably know are soul sand and soul soil, which create an eternal blue flame. The third block with infinite fire is actually magma
That one
blocks.
makes sense.
And the last one that is a bit more unknown is the bedrock with crystals in the end. Why were cakes added to Minecraft? You may think it was for celebrating birthdays, but that's not it. They were actually added because Minecraft won the Indie Game of the Year award in 2010. Rabbits move by jumping up and down.
But why would they add cakes for that? I guess it was a celebration, but I mean, there's like so many other things you could have added to celebrate that.
However, when you put them on top of slime blocks, they become stuck. They can't move at all, even if a fox comes for lunch. Minecraft is famous for its blocky 3D world, but what if it was 2D? Well, YouTuber Mr. actually created a 2D Minecraft world using data packs and plugins.
Yep, I think I've actually played this before. Super cool, and shout out to Mr. Cat, who is an amazing creator.
Everything from parkour, zombies, placing blocks, and caves. Awesome! You can create a world working mirror, sort of. Just place pigs on some stained glass, and then on the other side, you can place the pigs on top of barriers, then name them dinner bone. This will create an illusion of a mirror. Silverfish used to be allergic to soul sand. In versions before 1.15, the silverfish's hitbox was a bit too low and would suffocate in the slightly smaller soul sand blocks. Once the smallest...
I feel like that would have been cool if they kept that in, just as like an Easter egg that, you know, silverfish just can't survive on soul sand.
Mob. I used to think it was the baby chicken or even the pufferfish, which is only 0.35 blocks big, but they're both not even close. The second smallest mob is the baby turtle at 0.12 blocks, and the first smallest mob is the tadpole at 0.08 blocks. Baby mobs in Minecraft are normally friendly and don't do damage, but not baby polar bears. They're still ferocious and trying to kill foxes
and baby
Java
zombies
Edition.
too.
I wonder if it'll attack me. Whoops. Obsidian takes forever to mine, with even a diamond pick. But how long does it take with a fist? One obsidian takes 250 seconds to mine by hand, but if there is an Elder Guardian nearby, it'll take about 25.7 hours. Darn it, let me...
Who tested that?
Out of here. If you break the bottom of a chorus tree, all the other blocks will break, including the flower at the top.
They should add that in so that it happens with trees, because that would save a lot of time.
And if you don't want to build all the way just to break the flower, you can actually shoot arrows at it, or even throw a trident to get the flower. Now I can grow even more chorus trees. In Minecraft in-depth, before crafting tables were added, how did players craft? Well, you could actually just press the B key to bring up the crafting grid. That's cheating! Why are gold tools so weak? Gold is harder to find than iron, but still seems way worse. The reason for this is because gold is a soft metal in real life. Alex and Steve can change height in Bedrock Edition. Just go into the character creator where you can select the smallest height. This seems overpowered in PvP. What would touching a creeper feel like? Well, Notch, the original creator, said that a creeper in real life would feel crunchy, like dry leaves. Ew. Villagers can actually wear armor if you use a dispenser. Doing so will let you put thorns on a villager or even a pumpkin. However, if the villager turns into a zombie, it disappears in Java Edition. No, my pumpkin! Before version 1.15, you could use the Silk Touch book to mine things, and it'll actually work, saving you tool durability. This could also be done with a fire aspect book to light mobs on fire.
That is kind of a cool thing to have, where the actual enchantment book has the enchantment that you're going to put it on, or whatever weapon that you're going to put it on. So I kind of wish that they kept that, but maybe they just should have added durability to the book. Maybe like a 1 or 2 time use.
You're feeling a little cold, this will warm you up. Just slap a bed down inside a pool of lava and you won't take any damage. And while being warmed up, just make sure you get out quickly. Ouch! Hot, hot. On Halloween, zombie skeletons, zombified pigmen, and wither skeletons can sometimes spawn wearing pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns on their heads.
Dude,
you probably know that to make
one.
snow golems and iron golems, you need a carved pumpkin, but another secret block actually works. You may think it's the normal pumpkin, but that surprisingly doesn't work. The other block that works is the jack-o'-lantern.
Yes.
This is a shield spear. It was created by McMackenstein.
Also another amazing creator who has created some awesome things that I've actually used in videos, so check out his channel.
And protects you by surrounding you with shields. When mobs come and try to attack you, the swords are spiked outwards, not letting any of them get you. One of the best ways to hide your base is underwater, because very few people actually check here. To make sure
underwater as well as in snow blocks, because you could add in snow blocks that you could just like fall through and then nobody would know where to look.
Where no one can find it, choose a spot that has a lot of seagrass and hide the base around the corner so no light goes through. Super secure and efficient. Pigling bartering is super overpowered, but it's so slow. Luckily, Bedrock Edition pros found a way to speed it up by 100 times. All you need to do is grab a sticky piston and a gold block and hook it up to a super fast clock. Then when you drop the gold, the pigling will pick a piece of gold up every time the block moves, giving you supercharged trading.
That is
finally,
really weird.
Infinite grabble. Just what I've always wanted. Villagers can be very smart. They calculate the perfect paths to escape zombies, but you can also use this against them. By creating a pathway in the sky, the villagers will try to run away from the zombies, but will be stuck in a loop. You can make all sorts of pathways to make the villagers go crazy. Occasionally, piglins will try to hunt down hoglins, but most people don't know their secret ability. Piglins have a small chance to celebrate and dance after successfully hunting down a hoglin. You can also run this command, and you'll start dancing too. This is the meanest way to trap villagers. By placing a honey block and then a cauldron on top, any villager inside of it will be stuck for all eternity. Well, until you let them go. Most of the time, name tags are needed to rename mobs, but you can use an anvil to rename an axolotl bucket, and it'll rename the actual axolotl as well.
That's kind of neat.
The most cursed block in Minecraft is probably the petrified oak slab. It looks just like a normal oak slab, but has to be mined with a pickaxe and won't burn. Minecraft dogs are super weak, so this developer decided to give them a slight buff with a data pack. Just throw an enchanted golden apple to supercharge your dog, and it'll slice through all your enemies. Just a slight buff, nothing too overpowered. A great way to make sure mobs can't enter your bases by using alternating fence types. Mobs won't be able to get through, but you'll be able to just walk around. How do you cross one block gaps without jumping? You may think I'm using speed or ladders to cross these blocks, but I'm not. By turning your head 45 degrees and walking diagonally, it actually makes you just fast enough to walk over block gaps without jumping. Slimes so you glitch off the bounce around, almost too much. To punish them for their sins, you can turn them into volleyballs using iron golems. Just place 2 big golems like this, and they'll smack that slime back and forth forever. It's an epic automatic volleyball.
I also didn't realize that iron golems can't go over rails for whatever reason.
Minigame. Try it on your friends too. A classic way to torture the Enderman is with rain. In spectator mode, you can click on the Enderman to see its perspective. Each time it rains, they have to teleport all around the world to find a safe route. Ooh. Creepers love to explode, but with this machine, you won't let them. Lead a creeper in the spot, and when it tries to explode, the trapdoor will get in the way and cancel the explosion. This machine makes me nervous, but it's also so...
That's so sad. You can literally keep a creeper prisoner forever, and it's going to explode, and then it doesn't explode, and then it's going to go explode, and then it doesn't explode. That's like torture.
Satisfying. Are you kidding me? If you don't want this to happen, there's an amazing trick you can do to make your chests invincible. Just waterlog them, and even if you set off 1,000,000 explosions, your loot is going nowhere. Slime cubes and magma cubes can be any size you want. Just adjust their size with commands, and you can have one that's as large as your world. But watch out, because the larger they are, the more damage it deals, faster it moves, and higher it jumps. Run for
that makes
it.
sense.
How do you die in spectator mode? Mobs can't attack you, and TNT doesn't move you. So how? There are 2 ways. If you fly all the way down below the void, you'll meet your end. But also, you can just use the /kill command, but that's cheating. To prevent players from destroying your security house, use this. Elder Guardians give mining fatigue to all players in a 50-block radius. So anyone trying to destroy your beautiful builds won't have a very good time. Well, unless they have TNT. Gosh darn it. Dogs are normally man's best friend, but sometimes they make mistakes. Teach them a lesson by jump scaring them with a skeleton. Then when they run to the other side, a block is shoved in their face and a skeleton appears on the other side, causing it to run back and forth.
That's like the creeper one. It's torture.
Golems sink to the bottom of the ocean because they're so heavy. But did you know they'll never drown? This'll make them stay stuck in the deep seas for the rest of their lives. Iron golems have another superpower. They also don't take any fall damage. So you can launch them off a mountain, and they'll be
made out of iron. So I mean, why would they?
Well, it's actually in this water barrel. If you surround it with the other decorations, it'll blend right into the
that is the most overpowered
to enter, just right-click the trapdoor under the barrel and close in on your way down. No one is finding your base here. Minecraft almost had lore. Back in 2014, Dinnerbone created something called the Ultimate Plan. This would include the entire game story and would involve the Dragon Egg and Endermites. But when he tweeted about it, he mentioned he hasn't discussed it with the team yet, so it probably got rejected. One of the best ways to not get raided is by having your base impossible to reach. By building your base at the world border, you'll make it so very few people will want to come attack you. And you can even build your base against the border for extra protection.
Dude, what? Like, who is going to travel that far to find your base? They would need to travel like hundreds of thousands of blocks. At that point, I feel like it's not even worth it.
You can brew potions with a crafting table. By crafting Suspicious Stew, you can get 9 different potion effects. The effect depends on the type of flour you use. Corn flowers result in jump boost. Alliums give you fire resistance, but one flower is special. If you craft the stew with a Lily of the Valley, you'll be given the poison effect. This is because the Lily of the Valley is poisonous in real life. When Endermen were first added to Minecraft, they could pick up any block, including bedrock and monster spawners. This could be abused and let players obtain illegal items in survival. It is possible to get your head through commands, so you can make a doll that tricks players into thinking you're home. Any thieves looking from afar will instantly turn back, thinking that you're still there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, for most people, you would see that the name tag wasn't there and that they're not moving, so I feel like, you know, for 95% of people, that probably wouldn't trick them, but it's still a nice little thing that you could do to try to protect your base.
In 2012, you could create obsidian farms. A simple way to make this was by making a normal cobblestone generator, but placing redstone dust where the cobblestone would form. I can see why this strange bug was patched. Bubble columns are one of the best ways to travel quickly upwards, but you can also create one of the deadliest traps with them. Just spam a bunch of harming potions at the top of the bubble column and then block it off with obsidian, and whoever has to swim up next will be a goner. By naming a villager Dinnerbone, you can flip it upside down. The villager can then be placed on top of a barrier block or iron bar, making it look like it's hung upside down by chains. Once it turns night, a horde of zombies will spawn and the villager will be terrified. The villager won't know the zombies can't reach it though. Screaming goats love knocking players off cliffs, but most people people don't know that goats also attack armor stands. So we can set up a barrier preventing the goat from knocking the armor stand off, and it'll keep trying for the rest of its life. It'll even scream in frustration. Endermen hate water. But for some reason, if you put an Enderman in a water cauldron, they don't seem to mind. What's even weirder is that you can put a lava cauldron underwater, and if you go into it, you'll burn while underwater.
Okay, Mojang needs to watch this video and fix that.
With water, you'll create regenerating walls. This will make it so everyone trying to mine through will have a very difficult time because the cobblestone walls will just keep on healing.
Yeah, that's great.
Those are some Minecraft things you didn't know existed.
That was awesome. If you guys learned anything, make sure you guys let me know in the comment section down below. Also, while you're down there, check out the original creator, and while you're at it, click right here for more Minecraft.